James Calderaro from South Florida, WPT champ, gets out of the way, and Randall will call this.
This is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
You feel it too, don't you?
I feel like this is gonna be a good one.
We're gonna get to the river, I think. And then I'm gonna bluff.
Irvine, California now. He is 30 years old. Griffin Paul this time gonna lay down Jack 10. Ryan Tosick out. Tony Dunst, WPT commentator, WPT champion, goes away. Around to Nick Schulman with 7-6. Is just gonna call. Ola with a 9-4 of hearts.
Let's go.
Content to see the cards. Here we go. Flop is a queen, 7-3, and there's 2 hearts. Nick out in front with 7s.
8,000.
But Ola's gonna bet the 4 flush.
Nick certainly isn't going to go anywhere. You can tell that he just wants to check call against Ola because Ola's a very aggressive player. He's to his left. He has position.
3 pairs the board. Nick's still in front here. Just gonna check again. Try to get in cheap. And Ola gonna splash it, hoping to hit a flush.
Ola on a semi-bluff, just betting his equity here, but of course, Nick still not going to fold.
Going to the river. Can Nick survive this? No. A deuce of hearts. Ola hitting the flush. Look at those eyes. And Nick has to be uncomfortable with that last card. He's going to check again.
Ola betting 100,000 here, which represents over half of Nick's stack, puts Nick in a really tough spot. If he makes this call and is wrong, then he's really handcuffed. Nick is going to find so few bluffs in Ola's hand that he's willing to triple barrel with that he's going to have a tough time figuring this one out, I think. Ola could have anything here.
Now Nick is taking one of his time chips. That's an extension of 30 seconds. Each player gets 8 of these before the final table starts.
Definitely worth the consideration that Nick is taking, but he is going to end up letting it go. That's a good fold, a lot of discipline against someone who is as aggressive.
And he said, I went broke in 7 months. I thought he was going to say 7 days.
Well, you know, my old man used to say, everyone goes broke, only bums don't come back. What's that from, Tony?
7 days to Vegas.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Jerry here with an ace-queen.
Finally picking up a hand.
And he's going to pick up the rest of his chips, it looks like, and put them in the middle. I think he's got a little behind, but he has essentially moved all in pre-flop with his ace-queen.
Me, very selective so far tonight, goes out of the way. James Carroll, though, has a huge ace-king big slick.
Sorry, Jerry. He's even got his suit covered.
And he's just going to call it.
He's put like over half his stack in. It's essentially an all-in.
And the flop is a 10-10 deuce.
I imagine the rest goes in now. He's only got about $1 million behind.
Wow.
It's,
Jerry's going to check this.
This is kind of weird, but again, I imagine the money goes in, so James will just put him in, and Jerry will make this call.
Oh boy, yeah.
And get the bad news about the cooler. Drawing to a deuce for a chop, a queen for a win.
Anybody fold a deuce?
In a heap of trouble, Jerry doesn't get his deuce or his queen, and now he's 1 card away from elimination here. The money's all in. Jerry Wong needs a queen, and he's gonna get it! He gets the queen on the river. He's gonna double up.
James Carroll laughs it off.
The 200,000 big blind Danny, and now Maria Ho with king queen. Is going to put in a bet, make it 400. And Eric with ace jack of diamonds says all in.
Eric's only got 10 blinds here after we went up to 100, 200,000, and so Maria will be getting a great price.
I call.
It's a good call for Maria. She's going to be a little bit behind here, but actually with a solid chance of knocking out Eric and reducing our final table to 5.
You don't need those chips. You got plenty.
Nah, I'll take them.
You got
I'll
plenty.
still take them.
You already got me with the 6 deuce.
Flop is a 5-4-3, but 2 diamonds. Great for Eric.
9 of diamonds.
Just when you think you can't, though, you can't. I don't know if it was one of your rips that said that.
9 of diamonds.
Gotta do it real dirty, but, you know.
Eric with a massive flop. Safe on the turn, just needs to fade a king or queen
Still want a 9 of diamonds.
that's not a diamond on the river, and he'll get the double up.
And it's a king of diamonds. Eric hitting the flush, gonna double up. Gambling it up here. Let's go to the felt. Randall Emmett, Hollywood producer, with a 9-7. Will make the call.
Ben Lamb with the button. Make it at 2,400. Wants to be heads up against Randall.
James Calderaro from South Florida, WPT champ, gets out of the way, and Randall will call this.
This is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
You feel it too, don't you?
I feel like this is gonna be a good one.
We're gonna get to the river, I think. And then I'm gonna bluff.
Queen, Jack, 6, 2 hearts, so Randall with the 4 flush, Ben with nothing.
Not really the best board
That's a lot.
for Ben to continuation bet here.
Depends.
That's a lot.
You have a good hand, it's not.
I know. I'm trying to get a good hand. I'm trying to get there.
Let me know if you do.
I will.
All right, he's gonna make this call and pray for a heart. No, it's a deuce of clubs.
Probably didn't get there that time.
Oh, I have a pair. I just want to make it better than what it is.
You made 2 pair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're 3 of a kind.
If I'm Ben, I don't think I double barrel here. All of the pairs are gonna call. Hearts aren't gonna fold.
I'm about 7,800. That's what I figured out I wanted to bet.
So I've enjoyed most of Ben's aggression, but I don't really like this bet.
Randall's saying, I have a pair, which usually means he doesn't, so he tried to muscle him out. I can't get him out, and Randall's hit the flush.
Okay, well, Ben said this is gonna be a fun one. We're gonna get to the river, and then I'm gonna bluff. Let's see if he means it.
Randall has checked it. Now, Ben, you're gonna bite one more time with a bluff?
If you were to bluff here, you'd really want to have a hard blocker.
Check.
Nice check.
Saves a little money right there. Randall Emmett's gonna win a good one.
It's a good check, right? I mean,
Randall, you didn't have a pair,
no pair.
but you told me you had a pair.
Yeah, I lied. Yeah, but it's, but nobody lies in poker, so I'll be that guy.
Okay, but you were the guy then.
I'm just gonna be that guy.
I'll have some wine and cheese also.
Yep. He's playing junk hands, making them work. Let's see if Aaron can get back. He's got king 9. He has raised. Tom with ace 3.
Called. Tom with all the momentum and flops an ace. Man, he's well on his way here.
Yes, there's 3 diamonds out there. He's got Aaron betting. Tom with aces right here.
And Aaron's basically drawing dead here. 3%.
100,000 was bet, and it's been called. And the turn card is a 9. That's bad for Aaron. He's caught the 9s.
That's a bad card.
Check, check. Here he hits the king. He hits the king.
Wow, what's going on here? The running king 9. 100. Boo! Bet 200 there. Come on, he already called 100 once. He's calling 200 for sure.
Let him off a little cheap.
Yeah, let him off too cheap.
$1 for 1 million tournament. Sign up for free today at WPTglobal.com and win your share of $1 million. Could this be the best value tournament ever? Could this be the biggest overlay ever? Use bonus code YT28 to play the $1 for 1 million tournament only at WPT Global.
Well, this game can disappoint you so fast, just when you get cocky.
Yeah, just talk to Brian Altman about it. Here's a hand for you. 2 Kings by Jared Mahoney. So happy he laid that last hand down now.
Saying maybe there's some destiny here.
400,000 to bet. The men raise,
Daryl Fish out.
and Rayner going to make the call.
Jack 8 versus pair of kings.
And flop comes 10, 10, 8. This a flop could get Rayner in trouble. He's flop 2 pair, but Jared with the overpair. And he is now going to bet 500,000. That Rayner's just going to call.
Going to the turn. It is a 7.
So possible straight out there now. Rayner with the gut shot straight draw. He's going to check 2 pair. And Jared is going to fire $1 million this time. Those pink chips, 100,000 each. He bets 10 of them. Can Rayner get away from this hand? He's got 10s and 8s and a gut shot straight draw. Wow. What a laydown there by Rayner Kempe, and a good decision it was.
Not only the ability, but the courage to make moves in the right spot. So I wouldn't underestimate a single one of them right now.
Ryan has raised it. And Tony Dunst has a big ace queen, and he's just going to call it. Here we go with the flop. Big ace queen 4, so top 2 pair, but there are 3 clubs out there. Ryan with aces as well. Ryan's gonna bet 20,000.
Ryan happy to have the backup club. A lot of times he will take this pot down right on the flop, but once Tony calls, Ryan realizes that top pair might not be good, especially with the 10 of diamonds coming in on the turn.
They go check, check, 9 of diamonds. So finally, Tony's pretty cleared for a value bet, it would seem. And he's getting out the chips. Yeah, he'll bet 80,000. Try to get paid off, but Ryan, too smart for that, goes away. So Tony Dunn still on a nice little rush as 4 players remain here.
140.
Brian Altman, the chip leader, raises with ace queen to 140.
Carter out.
Jared Mahoney not playing. Gambino folding.
Round to Daryl Fish. He's going to make the call with the 2 6s. So these are the 2 chip leaders going at it.
6s didn't work out with him earlier, and here's the flop of 9, 5-3.
Daryl's going to check. Brian checks. Now that would tell me he's got 2 overcards there. No pairs. Now the 10 of diamonds comes off. Well, I think Daryl thinks he's got ace queen or ace jack. He's going to make a bet here of 160,000, but because Brian has the flush draw, he makes the call.
Let's see if Brian gets lucky on the fish man. River card is a diamond. Wow.
So 4 diamonds out there now, possible straight. Daryl's 2 6s just went in the tank. He's going to check here.
425.
425,000 to bet.
Brian Altman, a former wrestler in high school, now coaches wrestling.
Daryl gives it up. So 2 6s not working out for Daryl at this final table so far.
$1 for 1 million tournament. Sign up for free today at WPTglobal.com and win your share of $1 million. Could this be the best value tournament ever? Could this be the biggest overlay ever? Use bonus code YT28 to play the $1 for 1 million tournament only at WPT Global.
And we move on. Action going to James Carroll. We start to throw away some hands. Maria also out. Chad, though, with Queen 10 of hearts. Gaining confidence at this final table. He has raised it to 550. And Eric, this time with ace queen again.
Chad is under 30 blinds, so if Eric 3-bets here, it needs to be with the intention of calling a shove, and he has 3-bet, but he's chosen a really weird small size that will price Chad into calling with any hand that he opened with. So I like Eric's 3-bet, but I do think it needs to be for bigger.
It is not. Let's see the flop. It's a Great flop for Eric. Look at this queen. They both have queens.
Oh, gin.
Dominating him now. Thing of beauty. They go check, check.
Great check by Chad there.
7 on the turn changes nothing. Eric will make a bet. He's looking good. He's betting $500,000.
Betting small here. He has an opportunity to get Chad's stack in the middle if he bets $1.5 million and then shoves the river, but instead he bets 1/6 pot on the turn.
Thinks that Chad has a queen.
And even that is an awkward river as it completes the turn flush draw and will make
950.
getting called by a queen harder for Eric. So he bets 950,000, and now Chad, getting 4-1, has a very difficult decision. It's hard to come up with many bluffs for Eric.
Action clock is ticking down. It's got to make a decision or throw a button in there for more time. That's what he's going to do. He needs more time.
What a gross spot for Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Tell yourself, well, if my opponent's bluffing on the turn, it's probably with ace-king or ace-jack. Then the ace hits and it's like, yeah, and the ace beats me, the spades beat me.
This whole time. This whole time. That's it. Right. You want to see one? Which one? This one. This one? Sure. I was calling a shove. I was calling a shove.
Action going to the milkman, though, William Reynolds, who has the button and an ace-deuce of clubs.
Got the suited ace. Gonna raise on the button like most everybody would in a three-handed game. Makes it 36,000 to go.
Hall of Famer Eric Seidel going away.
Mike Scarborough with another small pair, this time 2 4s. Again, he's gonna make the call. The 4 comes right on the flop, and his opponent's got 2 aces. This could spell much more doom for William Reynolds.
And Mike is going to check, try to trap again. But this time, Reynolds also checks with the aces.
Surprised by that. Now an 8 comes off there, so a possible straight out there. Scarborough going to lead out this time for 50,000 with the 3 4s. William Reynolds reaching out for raising chips. Whatever chips he puts in the pot are just going over to the side of Mike Scarborough right now.
134,000 he makes it.
Well, with a possible straight and a possible flush draw out there, I think you have to re-raise here, Vince.
Well, that's what he's going to do. He is re-raised. Makes it 250,000 to go.
Yeah, that's the same spot William Reynolds was in a minute ago. He had just 2 aces and lost a fortune in chips with them. Will he do the same thing again?
And the question is, will the dog chase away the milkman? Yes, he does.
Well, this time, William Reynolds makes the right decision and lays down the 2 aces, unlike the previous occasion.
Show the bluff. Good for the game.
You smashed that turn or what?
Just hoping you didn't.
Really? Did you have it there, Mike? You're waiting to show me a bluff back, right?
If it was a bluff, I would have showed you.